Good evening and welcome to the Chrissy B Show. Tonight we're going to be speaking about what men really want. Now there's a lot of ladies out there who kind of scare guys off sometimes. Maybe it's the right guy and they just scare them completely away. So what mistakes do women make sometimes that really turn men off? Now we've got lots of lovely guests tonight. We've got some men here that are going to be speaking about their opinions. So we're going to be getting into the male mind. And also later on we've got Mary Balfour, who's an elite dating coach. She's had 25 years experience of matching people and helping people with dating. And we've also got a male mind expert called Mr. Swagger, and he's going to be on as well. And also we have Lisa Marie, who's going to be showing us some things that men, kind of clothes that men hate to see on women. And also we have Chris Brown. Now normally you see him coming on talking about self-development, but he's also going to be on with Lisa, just giving his opinion about what some kind of clothes that women wear that are not good and what kind of like image they portray. So that's going to be quite interesting. So let's start off with our guests. First of all, our kind of panel, there's only two of you. We've got Robert and we've got Israel. How are you?
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
You good?
I'm very well, thank you.
Ready to spill all the beans about women and what they do that's not great, that put men off?
Me and Mr. Casanova here, we're going to open our heart.
Now, he was before, but not anymore, right?
No,
you've changed quite a bit, haven't you?
Yeah, I did.
So Robert, you're married.
Yes.
How long have you been married?
This year will be 12 years.
12 years,
12
okay.
solid years married, yeah.
Lovely.
With a lovely wife and a lovely daughter, 3 years old.
Now before that, you had quite a few girlfriends, right?
Yes, I was the kind of person who actually wanted to be a one-woman guy, you know, because he's Mr. Casanova over here.
Can't you do the same? You're giving him a bad name.
I'm sorry.
Can't say the same.
I'm sorry. But, you know, but the thing is like, there was a point in my life where, for example, I would just take whatever comes, you know what I mean? I was like, oh yeah, if I didn't see a means to an end. It was just like, okay, I want this girl, you know, I had only one target, which is, you know, to sleep with her. You know, it was that kind of mindset. I didn't really see
sleep
value
with her, not the marrying kind.
No, not the marrying kind. But then, you know, I got to a point in my life where it's like, you know, I wised up kind of thing. I focused. It's like, wait a second, I need to value myself as a man. So because I started to value myself, I started to value my future and what I wanted to do with my life, I needed someone with the same mindset to be with me. That was kind of how it was. Well,
we're going to find out more from you in just a sec. Israel, now you're single, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But now I'm changed, hopefully.
Oh, Casanova.
Robert, leave him alone.
Okay, sorry.
So tell us a bit about your past.
Before I used to manipulate girls. I was the kind of guy that used to find out whatever they wanted so I can use her or any way I could. So I used to play with girls. And it sounds a little bad, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. But why would you do that? Why? We just didn't have any value for women?
Because I was played once.
Right, okay. So you got hurt in the past?
Yeah, my first girlfriend cheated me with my best friend.
Oh, gosh.
So I did the same thing to her. I went her and stayed with her best friend.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Sounds like a TV show.
It does, doesn't it? I think we're going to need longer than 15 minutes for this section somehow.
Yeah,
so how did you...
That kicked off with me. Then from there, I started just playing with all the girls I could find. I didn't really care what they
What makes a girl then an easy target, guys? What do you think? Because there's a lot of girls out there, ladies that, that's one thing, isn't it? Because they're genuinely, some okay, they want to mess around, but others genuinely looking for the right guy and they just get used so much. So what makes them an easy target apart from, go on, you can say.
Can I tell you something? I think all women knows when she's being played.
I don't think so.
I think there's no way, Chris. I believe that woman who is in love, they turn a blind eye for whatever she wants to turn a blind eye to. But I think they know they're being played.
No, but then you have cases where it's just because women are sensitive creatures, right? They're very emotional, you know what I mean? And, you know, I think there's a saying about that the heart can blind the eyes or something like that, can blind the senses and stuff like that. And men who are less emotional, we're kind of rational thinkers kind of thing. Men can pick on that and manipulate that. you know.
So what makes a woman need to target then?
It's if she's over emotional, I think it's a thing, because.
But say for example you're at a party or something, or you may be getting to know some women at work. What do you notice about them that you say, okay, this one, yeah, she's an easy target. I can use her, and not relationship material, say.
I believe, Mr. Casanova, I'm sorry. But I believe Mr. Casanova
Call him Mr. X Casanova.
Mr. X Casanova X.
Please.
Mr. X Casanova, I think you'll agree with me. I mean, one of the first telltale signs is the way she dresses herself.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the first thing you see from when you, from across the room. Doesn't mean that she's going to dress up as a nun. No, but for example, there's a way that a woman could dress where she says, look, notice me. I want to be seen. You know, that already shows.
What, Robert, though? Because some women just take pride in their appearance.
Answer that, bro.
For example,
You know, 'cause you're probably offending a lot of women right now. Go on.
I think a woman knows how to be provocative. She knows how to walk in and make everyone stare at her. And some women are just like that. They're there and they want to be played. Some doesn't.
Mary, listen to her. She's going to give us her opinion. I'm just looking over our dating expert over there.
Because I think some women want to be played, or they ask for it.
Yeah.
Some others, maybe not all of them, of course, I cannot talk about all of them.
Okay.
But some of them, they're asked
So just
for it.
maybe by the way they dress, if they look sort of
The
a bit
way they walk,
over-provocative.
the way they look, the way they...
So that will make you think, okay, that's
What do you think?
Yeah, because for example, look at you, Chrissy. You know, you're dressed nicely, you dress moderately. You know, every time we see you on the program, you're looking lovely. You know what I mean? You could see that she's a lovely, you know, you're a lovely lady, Chrissy.
Yeah, of course.
And the thing is, but then, you know, you have skirts, and you have skirts that show too much. You know, I mean, as I was growing up and everything like that, you know, you have different kinds of levels of skirt. There's levels of skirt which doesn't leave much to the imagination.
All right, let's forget about clothes. I'm going to talk about that later because we haven't got that much
time. But you're
so
saying the first things that you see, though.
Tell us about something else then, guys, that you notice that would kind of like make you think, definitely wouldn't want to be with her, like a long term, but I would use her.
For example, I always thought that the girls I played, I will never marry them. Because I knew somehow that they were not the right woman. Because if, like I said, I believe, it's my belief, my opinion, I believe all women know they're being played. So if she knows...
Do you guys agree with that? Give us a call, 020-7686-6300, and you can have a good old argument with Israel here if you don't agree with him.
Because, for example, she knows. I don't get it. Because if I'm being played, I know I'm being played. I don't know if you agree with me.
But you had no idea, you said.
But the first time, I didn't. Later on, all the times that I started being played, I knew I was being played. Because I played that game.
Okay.
So it's hard not to know. And for example, normally we have friends that tell us, good friends, of course, they should be careful, that person is not the right one.
Yeah.
Normally we have that kind of friends around us. Normally. Not all the times, but normally we do. And most of the times they're right.
All right, let's talk about like maybe going on dates now. So we've got a video to show of maybe things that women do wrong on dates that really turn me off, and I want to get your opinion about this in. So let's take a look at this first and then we'll get your opinion.
So I've already ordered us like a platter each, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the most expensive thing on the menu, but you know, I've got it, it's fine, it's cool.
Oh, okay.
So let's have a little look at the menu. Yeah. I'm on a diet, so I can only have about 50 calories, sorry.
Oh, well, that's just 50.
Yes, 50 calories for the whole meal. 50 calories. What should I have? Maybe I'll get a salad with no olive oil. Olive oil's fattening.
Right.
You know, the thing is, it's weird like coming on a date with you because like, I don't normally date guys like you, to be honest.
Serious?
Yeah, like, you know, I went through a really difficult breakup recently with my ex, and he was always a little bit, I don't know, he was always a bit shortchanged. He didn't have that much money, but it's not an option because I've got loads of money.
You are paying for tonight, yeah?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean...
No, it's fine. Yeah, no, I can pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
no.
just checking. Sorry, I didn't want you to think it was me.
That's all right. That's fine.
Just because you ordered wine and stuff,
Yes,
you know.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, I can get the food because I'm able to do that. I'm stable. Like,
But what do you do though? Like, what job do you do?
I'm an engineer. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't get paid very much, do you?
No, well, we do. I make like 5 figures a month. I mean.
Because my little brother did that as well. So.
Oh, he did he?
Yeah,
Oh,
and he used to be like coming in these little, like dirty jeans and
Yeah.
stuff. And I'd be like, "Come on, brother!" Like, I'd take him shopping.
It's the good stuff I picked as well.
Yeah, really nice. Most expensive.
Sorry about
No,
that.
that's all right,
I just presumed that because you're the boy and stuff, you pay.
Yeah, no, I was gonna do it anyway. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's
No problem.
great.
So what, may I ask, did we order? Like food? Because I don't really.
Yeah, I've ordered this platter.
Okay.
And it's going to be 1 platter each.
What's
and,
in it? Like, what?
Oh, just like a mix. It's like really good. Like I've been here before
Okay.
with my friends, and I've
Yeah.
like sport them before, and I know exactly what's good and what's not. Do you know what I mean?
So tell me about your work anyway. Oh, you did already.
Well, I'm a labourer on a
Yeah.
building site, which is awful. It's horrible, but.
Oh my god! I just remembered I got to call my mum about something.
Oh, yeah.
Where's my handbag?
Do you know this area so well? Like what is nice around here? Like where can we go?
Well, do you know what? The thing is, like the problem between me and you, do you know what I mean? Is probably that you won't be able to go the places I go. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause
Oh.
Maybe we'll put most of them on my side. Just because I like to, there's some things I don't like, so
right.
I don't want to eat things I don't like.
Oh, well, that's fair enough. Yeah. So.
Ah, bless you. But obviously, keep sipping because I thought that I've got it on tab. So.
Oh, you do?
whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Do you come here a lot?
Well, usually when I come on dates, I do come here, yeah.
Oh,
That's where I
right.
usually come.
So, right.
I like it, it's cool. Boys usually like it as well.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's very nice and really expensive.
I also like get my makeup done every single morning by like the best cosmetics in the whole of
Oh, they're just in your house?
No, they just come over and I just
Oh, okay.
put them on tab like that.
On tab.
And that's it.
Definitely
really.
on tab.
So I don't eat olive oil.
Oh, right.
I'm not being funny, but I'm going on holiday and we're going on a girly holiday to Ibiza and I want to look really skinny because at the end of the day, boys don't like fat girls.
Oh, you've got a car?
Yeah.
You drive?
Yeah,
Wow,
I do.
That's
I
really
drive.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, congratulations. When was that, like last
Thank you.
week?
It's just got all the oil everywhere.
So there is oil in it then, is there?
Put your forks like that.
Go to your food.
Oh, thank you so
Tenemos
much.
salad.
That's gorgeous.
Hummus.
It's
Good,
amazing.
nice spinach pipes, panna cotta.
Oh,
Looks
nice.
delicious. Thank you so
That's
much.
the vegetable madness.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And mix of it.
I love this. Thank you so much.
Enjoy you.
Thank you so
We
much.
will. It looks
Have a bit.
delicious.
Thank you.
Right, this is mine.
Right, let me do a little bit of this and a little bit of this.
What is it?
They're like beans.
Oh, right.
Basically, they're also like, they're good for you, but they're like really good for your health and stuff and like good for breaking down the fat. So obviously, I'm interested in some of that.
Right.
That's kind of like bread and hummus only. I mean, can I?
No,
Thinking
because
about.
I ordered it particularly for you to have that bit, and this is mine. So enjoy. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, my ex-boyfriend is going to be on the holiday. Like, where we're staying, my friend and her friend, basically, they're friends with my ex-boyfriends, like both of them. And apparently they're going to be staying like on the other side of our villa. So it's like we're going to see each other all the time.
It's like a little.
All right, you can have that one.
I can put it on my plate myself. I mean, I don't need you to kind of. Thanks for that.
Okay. Anyway, so I need to look really nice and I'm going to go shopping and stuff. So I need to save my money. So that's why I was like, oh, cool if you're paying because obviously I need to save my money for my holiday and stuff. Like, yeah.
What's that? Yeah.
Oh no, you just have that and your bread, and I'll just keep to my bit. I've already given you one of mine. How much more do you want? Do you know what I mean?
So listen, what's your plans after this?
I don't know. We can go back to one of our houses.
Yeah, you can come back to my place if you like.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you never asked.
Yeah, well, yeah.
This
No
looks
experience.
delicious.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look lovely?
Yeah, would you like some bread?
I'd love some bread.
Go for it.
Thanks for sharing. That's really nice.
Right.
Okay, so we'll go straight back to yours after, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, cool. Right, okay. Full up. Right. That's me done.
Oh, really? Okay, well, okay. Let me finish a little bit more of food. Don't want to waste your money.
No, yeah.
Don't want to waste yours.
That was incredible.
Oh, hilarious. Oh, gosh. Okay, guys, quickly, because we've got a minute left. So what would have really sort of done it for you, put you off a woman from what you saw there?
I think if the lady's like too superficial, for me personally, if the lady's too superficial, like you had the lady there, she was speaking about her ex, speaking about her friends, but not speaking about like the future, her aspirations, her plans, and to have like a balance in the conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's too much self about superficial things, for me, that would be a big turn off.
Okay, how about you as well?
2 things. Isn't quick. Talking too much, and don't talk about your ex, please. Come on, we don't want to hear. We are there. We are supposed to be talking about each other.
Now, guys, I really want to talk to you more, but we've run out of time, unfortunately. But after the break, so thank you so much for giving us your opinion. After the break, we have our dating expert, Mary Balfour, and also a male mind expert, Mr. Swagger, who's also going to be giving his opinion. Will they agree with our 2 guests here, or will they completely disagree? Let's find out after this break.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back to the show where we're discussing what men really want. And we had 2 rather opinionated guests on the first part who said some things that maybe a lot of you ladies especially will not agree with. And one of them said that women know when they're being played. So let's hear from our next 2 guests. We have Mary here and Mr. Swagger as well. So how are you both? And thanks for coming.
Thank you. Fantastic.
So what did you think about what was said before the break? Mary, start with you.
Well, I think all of us love to play in the sense when we're young and we do crazy things and it's great fun and sex and all the rest of it. But when a woman really wants a relationship, she would quite often believe that she's this guy is falling in love with her, whereas he isn't. He is playing, but she wants a relationship so badly so that she can have children, and the bio clock is chasing her, and it's very difficult because you know you believe it's the real thing, and it's very sad. Now I know that you, Dean, take a different view to this. I think it varies, you know. What do you feel?
I believe there are women who know when they're being played, and there's, as I said, there's the option of it's because the biological clock's ticking, they don't want to be alone, they'd rather be in a bad relationship rather than a good relationship. But then there's also this thing of women are renovators. And there are a lot of women out there who like to think that they can meet a guy who's bad, but looks good and does all the right things and has all the right things they want, but they believe they can change him into that good guy. And the thing is, you can't. Only a man can change himself. It's very, very, very few times that a man will change for a woman. He may change for the circumstance of, okay, then right, I've had so much trouble and I've done so much wrong, and this is actually a good woman. Let me stop now because I've had all the fun I can have. It doesn't mean he's changed, it just means he's put a barrier on it, he's stopped, he's closed it. But if that relationship was to deteriorate...
From experience, Mr. Swagger?
Me never, no. But it's, say for instance, if that relationship was to go in a way that he didn't like, I guarantee those doors open straight again because he hasn't changed, he's just put a barrier on what he's doing. So he's like, okay, I'm going to respect this relationship for now, rather than being, okay then, well, yeah, I love her and I've changed.
What do men want then?
What do men want? What
will make a man say, okay, this woman is the one, I'm not going to use her, I'm actually thinking long-term relationship, marriage, yeah?
For me personally, it's been when I've met a teammate, someone who's completely on board with me, someone who's my cheerleader, my quarterback, my striker. Everything we do, we're doing for the together. What we don't want is someone who seems like they're your opposition, like you've got the enemy at home. Because you go to work all day long, your boss is your enemy, the clients are the enemy, the people you meet on the trains are the enemy. You want to come into your home and be like, okay, I'm at home now, I can relax, I can be all of me, and not have to sit here and go, okay, is this woman going to start arguing with me? Are we going to be like, okay, like at each other? You want to be able to come in and be like, all right, cool. I hate Bob in the office. I hate Bob too. She's never met Bob, but she hates him because you hate him. And
can I jump right in here, because I've met thousands of men and women wanting deep down relationships over the last quarter of a century now, and I think the men do say this. They don't want someone who's going to be fighting them. Of course, nobody really wants that. Teasing is one thing, but fighting is quite another. I think teasing is quite important, actually.
Yeah, we can be playful.
Now, I do like your concept of women who try to be renovators. I tried to be a renovator. I made every mistake in the book. which is how I got into dating, because I thought there must be a better way of doing it. And so I went out with missionary zeal trying to persuade both guys and women. But men tell me they really want a woman who's exactly what you've said, who's a cheerleader and who's her own self and probably not living in his pocket. Someone who has a life of her own. Because that's always sexy, always holding a bit back.
Do you know what? It's not even that it's sexy. It's nice when you decide that you want to go do things, that she can go and do things as well. So you're not left with that guilt.
So you don't want a woman, for example, that is very needy, that sort of, like, for example, you're her everything, so she's like kind of falling out for you. You want a woman that's confident, that's got doing her own thing, that's, you know, she knows who she is, basically. Now, so before we actually get to that stage, because there's some women, Mary, that mess it up before they kind of drive men away, maybe in the dating phase, as we saw in the video before the break. Tell us maybe some of the common mistakes women make, and maybe you can give us your opinion here as well.
Well, can I bring the men into it as well? Because it's very difficult. I think we women have been programmed to be good listeners. Now, contrary to what happened in the video, I think quite often women sort of look interested and their pupils dilate and they say, tell me more to the guy, and he's going on about his car or his job. And then they phone me up the next day and they say, look, he talked all the time about himself, and they're bitter. They don't want to see him again, but they were colluding with it. Now, I think it's very important that women should be aware of this and try and get this balance.
Get the middle
and
ground.
Between a man and a woman on a first date, the sexiest thing is to be curious, but not nosy, just curious, and draw out of them not lots of yes/no questions, but what they feel, what they think.
Questions that are built on emotions rather than questions that are built on a tick sheet.
Not about what kind of a relationship they're looking for.
No, definitely
not at this stage.
Why is that too sort of
much
forward?
Too soon. Listen,
what kind of stuff would you talk about then on the
first date? This is so important. First of all, first date, I reckon, should not be dinner like in the video.
Agreed.
Too much time for stuff to go wrong. And you know, sooner or later you're going to ask the other person, how come you became single? Oh, you know, my ex, the custody of the children, you know, fighting about the house. You don't go there. Just imagine that a first date is like a dinner party conversation, a rather polite one, and you're just asking really rather small talk questions, because small talk is sort of like the foreplay, if you like, to the big talk later on. But don't do the big talk too soon, because you can scare each other off by pressing the wrong buttons, raw nerves, or just making yourself too available, perhaps.
Definitely.
So what kind of questions then are? Like, give us a bit more.
Worst question I've ever been asked on a date was, what do you do for a living and how much do you make?
Oh God!
I was like, really?
I don't mind that. I don't think that what do you do for a living.
What do you do for a living
is
okay,
but it was. I mean, you don't ask that kind of question.
It was
anyway.
It was the way it was answered. It was posed to me. I was like, I beg your pardon. How much do I make? I was like, well, I make the money I make. You don't make that money. That's my money. So then I was saying to someone the other day, like, I went on my first date when I was 28 years old, because before then I was just like, dating, not for me. And I thought, I'm getting towards 30 and I've never been on a date. Second date I went on, the girl sat on the phone to her sister all the way through the date, and at the end of the date had the cheek to say to me, that was brilliant, we should do it again. To which I laughed and said, right, it's not going to happen. So, and then I think the one before that, she got into conversations, as you said, conversations about what she wants for the future, and I'm like, I understand our clocks are ticking, we're not young anymore, but give me a little glimpse of the future, not the entire plan. Like, I don't want you to pull out the spreadsheet, put a PowerPoint up on the wall and tell me that you expect to have this many children, we'll be living here, I'll be doing this for a living, and like,
well, let's say the first date,
let's become organic.
The first date's gone well, maybe first couple of dates. What do you think should be sort of the way to do things after that? Because you don't want to come across as too pushy, but at the same time you want to show that you're interested. So what advice would you give Mary, first of all?
Right, it's a very delicate balance here, because the woman does not want to seem too keen, because that makes her out to be a bit needy, and that is dead scary. You know, you won't see the guys again after that. So she's got to be clear that she's got her own life, and I always think it's a good idea at this early stage to be seeing more than one person. I call it domino dating, and in fact I write about that in my book on dating. And basically you see lots of guys, but these first dates have only one goal, and that is not to find the man of your dreams, but to build up a circle of male friends who are really nice guys.
What if that person finds out about the other and about the other?
You tell them,
you
say, I'm dating, I'm having great fun now.
When you say dating though, you're just talking about maybe just going for a meal or a coffee
sex,
just to get the know the person.
Well, I'm not saying that never happens, but you know. You know, you aim to keep it short and really more or less under control, because at first date, especially through dating agencies and internet dating and speed dating, very artificial, too much pressure. And when there's pressure, people aren't really relaxed, they're a bit scared. And if they're like that, they won't be flirting. Now, if I'm a bit tense and I'm not flirting, you won't flirt with me.
Exactly.
And I won't fancy you. So I'll go back to my sister the next day and say, you know, nice guy, friendship material, but no chemistry.
Yeah. And we go back to our friends and we're like, she was weird. Because there was no energy. It's weird to meet someone.
So sometimes it's hard to tell from a first date, isn't it? So sometimes like one person might say, oh, that was a disaster, when actually maybe that was the right person and you just didn't see it.
To get two people together at the right time of readiness is a miracle, quite honestly. But
that's why...
You know, you pass them on your way to work every day, 10 people you could spend the rest of your life with. But honestly, you do need to give it time when you're on dates and to meet more than one person, because then if it goes wrong, it's just a question of next please. You know, you're not worried. You're not sort of burying your head under the pillow. It really is something you can get practice at. And if you're only going on one date a year, with one guy, you know, and it's still early stages, it's a big deal if it goes wrong. If you're seeing lots of people and you're open about it, then, you know, it doesn't matter. And you can be relaxed and you can have fun.
But it's the same thing you were saying about the dinner dates. The reason why it's not good to go on a dinner date.
I was going to ask actually, what do you think is a good place?
Dinner dates are bad dates because you're going there and there's, as I said, so many uncontrolled factors. I've been to a restaurant that I'd been to before, loved the restaurant, thought this is going to be a brilliant date. For some reason, there were flies in the restaurant. So the whole time through the date, I was sitting like, oh my God, there are little fruit flies flying around me. This looks bad.
Flying around you?
Yeah, like just in general, just everywhere. I was just like, oh God. And we made jokes about it because she was a really cool person. She was very, very much like myself. But I think the best kind of dates to go on are activity dates, because you go on an activity date and you're doing things together. So one, you're building up an idea of how that person can be away from the interview situation of sitting across a desk from each other to somewhere where they can kind of relax. And it also shows that you've taken time to think about that person, because hopefully the activity you choose will be something that she's shown an interest in. So before you even get to that date, you should actually get to know the person before you pick a date, because you can't just say, okay, then I've got a restaurant that I always take every woman to, and then you take every woman there and then you meet that one woman who's allergic to everything on the menu. What are you going to do?
But you know, what he's been explaining about activities is very interesting, because there's been research done in America on the West Coast about that moment when the spark really ignites, you know, first date, 100th date. And it's when they're doing something a bit crazy where they let their hair down and they're totally relaxed.
Freedom.
And they're having a good laugh. I mean, it could be cooking, wine tasting, horse riding.
And for men, that's very important, because obviously we meet a woman and unfortunately we don't meet you, we meet your representative. And you're there, you're in your nice dress, your hair's done nicely, makeup's on, everything, but we're not seeing the person
that's an interesting word to use, your representative.
It is, it's the representative. If I was a broker and I had a client, I'd go first until I introduced the client once the deal's put together, and it's exactly the same thing. So we have that thing of we're sitting there the whole time we're talking to you, wondering, what does she look like under that makeup? I hope she looks good on a Sunday morning when I wake up to her, because I will need to be attracted to her at all times. And then you're like, okay, and then there's men, because men are quite uncouth naturally, but we want to know that we can be with a woman who's comfortable with that, because you don't want to be with a woman who's, as I said earlier on, like your mum, like your boss, who's going to be like, what do you mean you don't want to shave today? You need to shave every day. Like, certain days I don't want to shave. Like, can we just have that? So it's about doing those things where you can get to find someone who's, like, the best date I've ever been on in my life was, I racked my brains over this for weeks before we went out. We actually met speed dating, and I was like, what are we going to do? And I was looking for a great theatre show to see. There was nothing on at the theatre. So can I have a restaurant? No good restaurants to go to. Phoned her on the night before. I said, listen, I don't know what I want to do, but I do understand that I'm tired because it's been a long weekend. How about we go to Hyde Park tomorrow, just take a little bit of food and whatever, a little bit of drink, and sit down and just spend the day chilling. Best date I've ever had, best date she's ever had. She got engaged a couple of years ago and I was at the engagement party and she actually mentioned the date of the engagement party.
Oh, bless.
That was a hint to her husband, that's what I wanted to.
So it works.
Yeah, okay. Well, guys, we've run out of time, unfortunately. The time just flew by, didn't it?
So much more.
I know.
I mean, should women offer to go halves and all that?
Yeah, you know what? We'll have another show on this.
No,
Definitely have another show on this because there's too much to talk about. Thank you so much for all your opinions and your advice and everything. It was lovely talking to you. And after the break, we're going to be joined by Lisa Marie, who's going to be talking about the kind of fashion that men hate to see on women. And Chris Brown's also going to be giving his opinion. So join us after this.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back to our very heated show today. We've got two more guests now. We're just going to speak to Lisa Marie shortly and Chris Brown, giving their opinions about things that men hate to see women wearing. But first of all, let's just take a look at this other video of how maybe a good date should go. So let's take a look.
You should do your novel, really, shouldn't you?
Yeah, I
if
suppose
you like
I should.
it.
Yeah. Just need an idea. I haven't got any ideas at the moment.
Maybe we can think of some together.
Should we think of one right now?
Okay.
We've had such a nice time tonight as well.
Thanks. I didn't know what kind of stuff you went by. I thought Greek's nice, and it's healthy as well, so I thought,
Yeah, no, it's lovely. Like, it's perfect pick.
This Saturday, a few of us are getting together, just a load of writers and things, meeting up at the pub.
Okay.
Just to see how work's going, because we all train together. But I mean, if you wanted to come along, you're more than welcome if you wanted to.
Yeah, sure, I want to. Yeah, I think I'm around as well, actually. That sounds good. Yeah,
cool,
yeah. I'm sure that's fine.
Excellent.
Thank you. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, no worries.
Kind of early, so we can still go somewhere else.
I'd love to. Maybe we could go to cinema or something.
Of course. What do you want to see? What kind of films do you like?
I like action films. I like horrors as well. So what do you like?
Action as well. I like horrors because they're kind of really stupid. I love laughing.
I love it too. You know those spoof ones?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind sort of just not wasting money on these girly, go out on these big wild holidays. I've sort of done them before, so I'm thinking of just maybe to do a nice couple of weekends, do something a bit more civilised. But yeah, no, I'm not going to do a big holiday. What about you?
What do you want to do after that?
Anything. I mean, we can go far, we can chill. I mean, we can come and jam. I mean, if you're still hungry after that, I can cook up something.
Yeah. I don't mind cooking.
Oh, no, let me. I'm the chef. Let me.
Don't really get a lot of time for it anymore. There's other things to do. But I go out now and again, like this thing Saturday and various other things. But like you said, there's a lot of things to do, isn't there? It's hard to fit it in.
So what type of hobbies do you like doing?
Well, I sing, so I like singing, obviously.
It's amazing.
I like going to gigs, seeing other artists around and stuff like that. It's really good to kind of network and whatnot. But you, what do you like?
No, I'm really into gigs as well and music. Cool. I like a lot of music.
Did you want some dessert or anything? Or
no, that's fine.
You sure?
No, it's fine with dessert. I mean, I think I've eaten enough already.
Yeah,
this has been great. Thanks so much.
No worries. No, it's been good. Really good to meet you.
Yeah, I know, it's been nice.
Yeah, cool. Any plans after, or?
I think I'm quite tired. I'm probably just gonna maybe go home.
Cool. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I think home as well.
Oh, who do you like?
Well, I like Beyonce.
Serious?
Really
you know she's coming in May.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, serious? You wanted to go, yeah?
Yes.
I think I can sort something out. I know a few people. I can sort something out. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Yeah,
I'd love that. Yeah. She's really good. Do you like her?
Of course. Who doesn't like Beyonce? She's the queen, isn't it?
Right? Yeah. Well, look. If you wanted, we could have another coffee if you want and chill out and talk some more. We can chat some more and...
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. I'm not in too much of a rush. Just don't want to...
All right, we'll have a few coffees and then...
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, cool.
We should do this more often as well. I think we should catch up more.
Yeah, I mean, we don't do it enough. You know what I mean? We don't do it enough.
I've had a really nice time. Do you want any more drinks or anything? Should we get some more wine, do you think?
Do you want more wine?
I would like some more wine.
Let's get more wine.
That went a bit better than the other ones, didn't it?
Just a little bit.
So, welcome. What did you think of our dating there, Lisa Marie?
Well, obviously that one was a whole lot better than the first time. I did agree with some of the comments from the first section that the guys were saying about that. I mean, I think talking about your ex on a first date or any date, I think is like a massive no-no.
Yeah.
So things like that, definitely, totally agree.
And we've also got Chris with us. Hi, Chris.
Hi,
A bit
Chrissy.
of a different capacity today.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
not
yeah.
self-development, but it kind of relates a little bit, maybe.
It still goes into coaching.
What do you think about what Israel said at the beginning then about women knowing that they're being played?
About women knowing they're being played. I actually agree with him to an extent, whether it be the man or the woman.
You're going to disagree.
Oh yes, whether it be the man or the woman, they actually know they're getting played. But the thing about it is, the sad bit about it is, most people who are players have been played themselves, or it's a sort of get back thing they're doing. They carry on their life. They don't realise it's a game that's actually going to have an effect in their life later on as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I think Israel was right to a point.
I don't.
It's only
Not
I think,
all women. I
no,
think
that's
there's
what I'm
some
saying. I
women.
think some women. I do not think all women
Yeah.
know, because otherwise you wouldn't hear such bad revenge stories.
That's true. That is so true. All right, let's get to the clothing then.
Okay,
Now,
no
Chris, I
problem.
want to get your opinion as well.
Sure. Okay.
So, Lisa, you've brought some things that this is actually done from a survey, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had
So-
a look on the internet, and there's quite a few things, and I looked at quite a few articles, and quite a lot of them were saying like similar things. So I knew that it wasn't just one opinion. This
Yeah.
just seemed to be quite a lot of what guys say. So first of all, the things that they don't like, and this was so just across the board
Really?
with things like, because I think for some ladies that are very fashion forward, I think that even not other ladies appreciate, I think only certain people do. But for the guys, it was things like, I think I've got a slide, I think if you've got the first one, that showed. So in the top left hand corner, harem pants. They didn't get them. They don't understand it at all. And I think these ones are quite tame versions, but
No, we don't
it
understand
just didn't understand it.
No, we don't understand
They don't
that
understand
one.
it. They don't get it.
But they're okay. They're okay. But, you know, nah.
And I think it kind of goes along with the one that's in the bottom right hand corner, tent-like dresses. And I think what it is when, from what I got from that, was that they don't like it when a woman swamps her figure unnecessarily. I mean, you can have like loose fitting tops, but at least on the bottom half would be fitted, so at least
Well,
it
that
shows
seems
that
like
there
a
is a
tent,
figure.
doesn't it?
Exactly. So I think that's the kind of correlation between the two of them. The other thing was about oversized sunglasses.
Let's see, Chris, oversized sunglasses.
Oversized sunglasses are no. It feels as if she's hiding something behind her. You can't see the person behind
I
her,
thought
who
they
they
were
really
quite
are.
fashionable.
That's the thing for us ladies. But for the guys, I think that the one there wasn't a too extreme version, but there are many that were, and that was the kind of general thing they didn't get that whole. And then the heels. I mean, it was very specific.
Let's take a look at the
It
heels
was
again.
about strange and weird kind of.
What was
looking
those heels again? I saw.
And I think if we've got the slide back, these ones were
We have a
quite.
slide, guys.
Do you know what those heels remind me of? There used to be this film, it was called
no, not
Hellraiser
that
or
one.
something, where the guy had all the pins on his head. Right, that's what I saw
slide.
straight away. It was the other slide before, wasn't it?
first
It was
one.
the one
Yeah.
that came out before, yeah.
Yeah.
And it just reminded me of that, all those pins on his
Yeah,
head. You know?
I think again they're for very extreme things, and I think they don't get those. So it's those kind of things, and more like as well, they didn't like sweatpants, you know, like with like the names written across the butt and all that
There we
kind of
go.
stuff. It was
Oh,
all
yeah,
there we
they
go,
are.
there
They
we
look
go.
like sort of hoofs, don't they? Like
you're just like, how would anyone even walk in them and stuff like that? It's just so those are the kind of things they don't like, and like I said, those were kind of across the board.
I'm going to say one thing though. For whoever designed it, for creativity, great, but it's not practical.
maybe for the mantelpiece or something.
Yeah, just put it up there
a
and
work
say,
of
yeah.
art or something like that, but not actually that. So then the kind of things that they do like, so we've got some slides. I think we started to show the first one there. It were things like, as I said, that actually can show that there is some shape. So the next slide, which is my outfit around skinny jeans.
Okay.
So I mean, there are quite a lot of different styles, and I've said before plenty of times that my favourite is a skinny jean. I just think it's the most thing that goes with everything. So we've got these ones here that are from Dorothy Perkins at £28. Because we're obviously coming
They are
into
really skinny. My
no,
goodness.
but that's because the model that they use is like a size 6 to 8. So
That looks even less than that.
but skinny jeans do have that thing where they can as well make your legs look skinny, especially which is what I hate, is when guys wear skinny jeans.
A guy in skinny
We're going to
jeans.
do another show maybe
That's
about
another,
what we're
that's another one. But yeah, so that's £28 from Dorothy Perkins, and then we've got this new stone like tonal blazer from Oasis at £40, and they come in a few different colours as well.
But is
So
this
one
what
on
men?
right.
Is this what the survey that men
Yeah.
Yeah,
like?
so basically it was around the skinny jeans.
Right.
So that are kind of outfit. So if we're doing some, like, I mean, it's kind of a more professional, I guess, look for skinny jeans.
does.
I think you guys think you'd appreciate it, right?
I do. I really believe that jacket there with those jeans would go well. Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, you're getting it spot on, aren't you?
The white shirt that it has on there, that was from H&M. It's only $12.99. It's got the detail on little detail on the shoulder, on the collar there. The bag is from River Island at £40, and those platform shoes are from New Look at $24.99. And heels is another thing that that men actually like. So for that outfit.
All right. What else do men
my
make?
next slide, it was on
like?
Dresses. Dresses, so was a big one. They like the classic little black dress, which I think we all appreciate, all the ladies anyway, and a nice fitted dress. It's kind of blown fitted, something to actually show like the woman's shape. So they can show the next slide here. So I've chosen this monochrome dress from Dorothy Perkins, and they're actually having a great thing on their website. So they're doing like 100 dresses for like, I think it's, I can't remember how much it is now, but if you go on there, you'll be able to show that there.
So men like this kind of thing.
Do you know what? The thing about it looks really good because one, on top of that, you see the red shoes at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's my wife. Red shoes, red heels, right? That's my
We like the coloured.
Yeah. But the thing about it is it adds that sort of sophistication behind it, which is a bit class.
And for the ladies as well, and I've spoken about this before, this kind of dress is like called like the magic dress because the eyes are drawn to the panel in the middle. So even though it's showing a bit of pattern, you're also then creating that illusion of a slimmer shape as well for the ladies out there to trick the guys a little bit. And then obviously to dress that kind of up, that's why I've added a pop of colour there with the shoes. And then one of the other things, and I remember I said about the heels as well, so I didn't red heels.
But those heels before and the other one as well is slightly different. The other ones were like really steep. You thought those heels and those ones, that make a big difference?
For me, and I always say here, the higher the better.
Don't talk about heels, because you'll don't get started.
Run for the bus. I don't care. You can, heels. I think
do it.
amazing.
I'll end up flat on my face, but anyway.
Practice makes perfect. That's what I say anyway. But for those that don't, for us ladies anyway, heels like that, the extra platform actually helps to walk better in them, so we can wear these extremely high heels.
Ask her these questions afterwards, please. Let's I want to explain that. Now we're going off the topic.
The last one is a jumpsuit outfit, because again, it's going on about something more fitted. So this jumpsuit here I've chosen as we've got, because the weather a little bit dodgy. So it's one with a sleeve, and obviously then again with the heels, as I said, because they just go with everything. And then just brightening it up with some chunky accessories. I think that what I got from it as well, they don't like women to be very overdone. So that's the thing with the makeup, with the extreme.
Mr. Swagger said before, I want to see sort of the natural look.
So not too much makeup, not too much accessories, not too much going on that's going to draw, you don't even know where to put the eye. Something that is still can be relatable, and so that they can look like, you're not a mannequin somewhere that you can be touched, So that's kind of the thing that I found.
Okay, Chris, tell us now maybe some things that you think looks nice. So talk about your wife, because I know you go on about her all the time. You love her so much. And she's actually sitting over there as well, so you have to see better be good. So the kind of stuff that maybe she wears that you think, wow, this is great.
Do you know what? To be honest, even when I first met my wife, I think it's a case of sophistication. A woman could look good and a woman could look good, but then a woman could look really good. Now, showing everything and having out there, like your early guest was saying, that's not looking good at the same time. And you're going to attract exactly someone who's just thinking short term in that way. There's a whole sort of sophistication, like we were talking about heels, and I kept going back to the heels, didn't I, all the time? Because I thought, yeah, exactly. It gives that sort of sophistication, that woman at the same time, dresses, skirts. But the jacket and trousers, it's kind of casual at the same time, but very smart, you know. And when you meet someone, first impression does count. It does really count. I mean, you look at someone, the first few seconds, you've actually scanned them already without even realizing it in your subconscious. And you've made your mind up about that person if you want to speak to them or not. So I think it's really important. And spot on.
Thank you.
I don't know about the climbing heels that went way up, that you got the ladder on and go up, but the rest of it was good. It was good. Yeah.
What would you say big no-no, Chris, quickly, for clothing, apart from dressing too provocatively?
A big no-no. A big no-no is one, going back to the shoes thing, you see someone trying to hobble instead of walk, and you know that they put it on, they're not comfortable with that.
And you know I've said that before.
Yeah,
Yes, I
that's a big
know,
no-no, right? A big no-no is plastered. That's the thing. A big no-no is being really plastered and everything. You like to see a real person. A bit of them like done up, obviously, but still the real person at the end of the day. Yeah,
and I think that goes across everything, because I know some people, when they go out on dates, they do pretend to be someone that they're not. And same with the makeup, with the kind of clothes. You need to show who you really are, because you're going to say, for example, that guy likes you like that, and that's not really you. You've messed the things up, because sooner or later he's going to find out who you are and what you're really like. So what I would do is just make sure that I was myself. I know, okay, there's nerves and everything when you're starting to date and everything, but be yourself. Just be yourself. Show, you don't have to show all your mistakes, but just be open with the person and just talk about yourself in a way that you're not hiding stuff, or, you're not pretending. You're not people lie. A lot of people lie when they go out when they're getting to know someone. There's no need to do that, because they're going to find out anyway. What if things get serious? So why put yourself at risk? But at the end of the day, like I said, don't get pressured just because you're single. You have to find someone. Don't think like, because I met someone when I wasn't expecting it. My husband met someone when he wasn't expecting it. We were friends first. So, sometimes things could develop just from a friendship often. And I think it's the best way, actually.
Oh, yes.
But we'll talk about that another day, right? We have run out of time, unfortunately. We had so much to talk about today. I don't want to stop. But it's Friday. Everyone wants to go home. So thanks, guys, at home for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And we will see you again on Monday. Bye-bye for now.